Back up in this story from Cobb County, where the suspect was caught, to Midtown Atlanta, just blocks away from our studio, where all of this started. And this investigation shut down the heart of the area for hours today, leading to a lot of confusion and a lot of chaos. And in the middle of it all, Atlanta News First Tori Cooper, who spent hours there. She's live from Atlanta Police Headquarters now. And Tori, tell us how all this unfolded.
Well, it was just after 12 o'clock this afternoon. That's when police started to get calls coming in that there was a shooting at Northside Medical. They say that the suspect was there for a doctor's appointment and then spent 2 minutes wreaking havoc, gunfire, shooting 5 women on the 11th floor of this building, killing one of them. And then they say at that time he hijacked a car on 14th Street and Spring Street at the Shell gas station that was unattended by the driver. Got into that car. They did manage to get that license plate number from the flock cameras. And then that's when investigators here tonight during their press conference told us that they quickly started drafting up warrants for Atlanta and Cobb County to make sure that they would be able to apprehend the suspect in case they were able to make contact with him at any moment in time. So now we're moving over to Cobb County. You heard from our Atlanta News First reporter, Chelsea Beimfohr, who was on that scene. They got a number of different tips coming out of there. Today at the press conference, they did say that's when they really started to become even more concerned that this was going to be a shooting spree, because they were worried that these calls were coming out of near Truist Park, and it was not far from an area like the Battery where so many of us are frequenting. But luckily, they say they did get those 911 calls, and then from there, they say once they got the call that was, they believe that was the one, they say they went to that area and they decided to have an undercover approach him. And then at that point, he was taken into custody without incident. Now, they talked about how massively complex this was, but they did also mention how technology, humanity, and our community all came together in one to bring the person that is allegedly responsible into custody, where he will now face charges. But Mayor Andre Dickens shared some remarks about the mental health aspect of all of this.
We have a national epidemic on gun violence in America, and we have a serious problem with how we are treating mental health in this nation. One thing we know is that it doesn't have to be this way. Other nations have challenges with mental health, but they don't seem to have nearly the level of gun violence that we do in America.
Now, I did ask investigators. We heard from the head of the criminal investigative unit here at APD, and I tried to get some updates on the victims involved in this. And they say that right now, all they can tell us is that they are still in critical but stable condition. We do know, unfortunately, the 39-year-old woman did die of her injuries, but we're going to be learning a lot more about these victims. Keep an eye on Atlanta News First and what's next for the suspect in this case. You'll have it all right here on Atlanta News First. Reporting live in Midtown, I'm Tori Cooper, Atlanta News First.